I really want to thank Erickson's leadership and faculty and staff for giving me this wonderful honor. Erickson means so much to me, and it has for a long time. In 1970, I was teaching 4- and 5-year-olds at the Latin School in Chicago. I fell in love with this younger age group, and I wanted to know a lot more about what I was doing. A fellow teacher gave me a copy of Childhood in Society, Erik Erikson's remarkable book. She said that if I liked it, I should call this new place called the Erikson Institute. It was such a new program, and all my questions would be honored. My education at Erikson was a perfect match for my very personal questions that I had about children. I had remarkable classes with Barbara Bowman, Lorraine Wallach, and Maria Pierce, as well as others. I knew I was blessed, and I still know I'm blessed for that. I have used and cherished the experience of Erikson all of my adult life. My husband and I have been avid supporters of anything that has to do with children. All children, everywhere in the world, are of equal value and equal concern. That ideal has led us into some very interesting places and made our lives a blessing. And that adventure of sharing our resources and seeking justice is in keeping with all you've learned here and all that I learned at Erikson. Child development is a science and an art, but the best practices of good child development can be observed in the hearts and habits of people all over the world. I promise I didn't peek in Dr. Dilpit's folder, but I'm going to talk a little bit about West Africa just for a minute. If a culture is intact and if poverty has not worn people down, child-rearing practices can reveal great wisdom. And if we stay humble and listen, we can find these practices and match them up with the science. We have seen this in West Africa. No strollers or baby buckets in Ghana. Just babies remarkably velcroed to their mothers' backs and sometimes big sisters' backs. I don't really think the mothers use the term bonding, but it certainly looks like that's what's happening. In Nigeria, we've seen remarkably competent Yoruba people in the states of Ekiti and Ondo, and in Lagos, who were raised with an oriki. Your oriki is a poem or a song that develops around you, starting when you were born, and including your name, which has special meaning, including the history of your family and the development of your life. It gets longer and longer, obviously, and your mother and the women in your family sing it to you often. I mean often. It is not so much about achievement as it is about essence, the content of you. You grow up knowing that you are unique, cherished, and good, that there are expectations of you, and that you are not alone. Sounds like some good, maybe formalized family dynamics, doesn't it? With a little preschool curriculum in there somewhere. Unless you are Nigerian, you don't have an oriki, but as in good Erikson fashion, maybe as you are with your family this weekend, they will tell you what they remember about you when you were a baby, or maybe when you were 2. I maintain it's a really good exercise. What will this Erikson experience do for you? It's personal, of course, but this education is the most flexible, useful, and valuable I can think of because it is about human development. It will make your job, whatever that is, mean more. It will also advance your understanding of every committee, every friendship, every family member, your own and everybody else's. Now you can carry this understanding into all of your experiences and your decisions because everything you do will ultimately be about people and relationships. Some around you will forget that, but you won't. So I would advise you to carry this education diligently with you wherever you go. Find a place where you can share who you are and what you know to the benefit of children and their families. Maybe you can help a child develop and feel something of an oriki. And remember that there is nothing greater to do than nurture children and their families. Thank you so much.